I wanted to update you on the car insurance weirdness that happened. Where all of a sudden I was told my insurance was canceled like 30 days ago and all that. I'm like, excuse me? So, and I have a really good memory. So, anyway, they claimed it was for non payment. And I was like, no. So, basically, break it down what happened was I had paid my car insurance off early in November instead of December for the final payment. And then it renews like January, February, middle of January or something like that, or first week of February. But you also have to have a membership uh, yearly with them in order to get their insurance and get their discounts. So, anyway, my rep had told me, oh, you need to. She told me back in November, oh, you'll need to renew your membership in December. I thought I already did that. We went back and forth, back and forth. And she said, no, there's no membership, but I will let you know that they will cancel the insurance if you don't retain a membership. I'm like, no problem. So she's like, just make sure to do that in December. Well, I did. I bought a new membership from her directly on December 20th. And so, anyway, it was a mess. I couldn't get a hold of her for about a week. Talked to somebody at the office finally because I just had a weird feeling. And, I like to pay my stuff in advance. And so, anyway, the rep told me my insurance was canceled. And I'm like, excuse me? And she's like, yeah, for non payment, and it's like over 30 days. And I'm like, what? And then she's giving me a quote of like $900 for insurance. I'm like, no. Wrong. No, not going for it. So, and then she was supposed to like email somebody to get approval to write me insurance and all that crap. And it's like, what? So, just as a fluke, I had called back again and managed to catch my personal rep. And I told her, I said, what is going on? I said, they said my insurance is canceled, blah, blah, blah. Well, she talks to some higher up because she said, no, wrong. I said, I could have swore I paid that sucker off early in November, two payments, and paid it off instead of one payment November, one payment December. And so I said, and I did pay for the membership December 20th, you know, and so she said, yeah, I know. And I said, well, I mean, I don't understand what is going on. So, I mean, insurance companies, I've been through the rounds with insurance companies. I was told to, go with Farm Bureau. My fiance at the time told me, oh, you should do Farm Bureau. That's who I have. Went down there and did a policy and uh, paid them like the whole thing, no payments. And then turned around and got a letter that said they canceled me like 2 weeks later or something, or a month. And I went down to their office. I said, why was I canceled? And they said, well, it's policy. I said, policy what? You know? And it was on a used car, not a new car. And they're like, well, we can't, take the risk because, if you were to like drive the car off the bridge or something, and try to claim insurance and all that. And I was like, what? And they said, our requirements are um, real high credit score, you know, seriously high credit score to do business with us. I said, well, nobody told me that when I signed up. And I said, and no, I'm not driving my car off the bridge, thanks. But, you know, I love my car like kids. I love cars, live and breathe them. So anyway, they canceled me, which that creates a problem. Anytime anybody cancels you for any reason, then your insurance goes up, and it can be to the point of high risk, and that's a price that people get if they have a lot of tickets, if they're a reckless driver, they have a lot of wrecks, if you're a drunk driver or some other charges, had their license revoked or something crazy, and that throws you into a high risk, and it takes forever to get that down. And so, I mean, I've known a lot of people that run under high risk insurance, or they get really, really extremely expensive insurance because they're at high risk because they have a, toy car. And so, anyway, um, I absolutely refuse to be under high risk insurance. But anyway, so um, uh, I waited about 30 minutes or whatever. And she hadn't called back, and so I called her back, and she said, "Man, I can't even get through to your number. It says that I'm blocked." And I'm like, "What?" And so I don't know if something's going on with my phone or what, but anyway. So she said, "I got it all straightened out. I talked to Superior, and they fixed it because it was paid." And I said, "Well, why on earth did it show canceled, for over 30 days?" And the problem is that, you know, the state would revoke my driver's license, title to my car, the registration. And if I had been stopped in that period of time, I would have been in jail. And the car would have got impounded. And, just the pickup fee is usually $200 to $300. And then about 200 something a day. And so, if I was in jail, that would really bite. And that could have been very problematic. But somehow or another, the guy rewrote it. And I guess they have a way of writing stuff backwards because normally, if your insurance fails, it's immediately reported to the Department of Motor Vehicles. And I mean, it instantly, everything stops instantly. I've known several people in my life that, were driving and got stopped by a cop, and they said, "Your license has been suspended." And like, "For what?" And it's like, "For no insurance or something. And you better get it fixed. And they were like, "What?" And they paid huge money, like $250 here, $250 there, just to get their license back and all this other stuff. So, uh, you know, it can be very problematic. Um, but yeah, so I was like, "Well, I'd hope that my license hasn't been revoked or, title or anything like that." And she's like, "No, it's fine. It's fine. It's okay." I said, "Can you send me a letter of statement as to why it happened and that it was corrected? So that way I would have proof in the future here if there was anything that came up about this, that I would have proof that, it was fault of the insurance company and it was rectified." And so she's like, "Oh yeah, I'll send you, I'll send you." Well, she never did send the letter thing. So, I did call the state and check on my driver's license, and my driver's license has not been suspended, revoked, or anything at any time, past, present, or future. So that's cool. Um, and uh, that's just kind of creepy. But she said the reason was because they had a computer error, and it's like, what the heck? That's a pretty grave error, if you ask me. Now, when I did talk to the state, uh, asking, because you can call them to inquire the status of your driver's license, I found that out through a friend, and so I called immediately. When I talked to the lady, she said, "Your license is fine." And I said, "Well, let me explain to you." I'm the first one to tell myself. "Let me explain to you what's happened to me. My insurance company claimed they canceled me, and I just was really concerned because, of my driver's license and my registration and title. Um, because of the policies of the state. And she said they do that all the time. She says, you know how many calls I get every day like that? These insurance companies are all screwed up. I said, really? She's, oh yeah, they'll tell them they're canceled and not even canceled and all this stuff. And she says it's constant. And she says, but there's absolutely no history of, revoked driver's license, suspended, or fines or anything of any sort at this time on your license. And I'm like, woo, okay, great, thank you. She says, yeah, if it did, it would light up in big red letters and would state what the deal was. She says, you're fine. And I'm like, cool, thank you so much. So that was really creepy, but yeah. So I just wanted to give you guys an update on that. And I went ahead and started my new insurance, and it apparently didn't change price. It was still at the same price, which was good. And of course, I made an overpayment with her, because I usually do. If I have the money, I always pay a little extra, or two payments. And if I can afford it all, I just pay it all. That way, I don't have to worry about it. And then I'll write down the date of when it's necessary to be redone. And I'll always call like 30 days before that, too, just to make sure. So, just thought I'd give you guys an update on the insurance thing and what happened. But like I say, apparently the insurance companies have some way of rewriting it and backing it up to correct any flags that have been sent to, the DMV and all that. So, pretty creepy. But I just wanted to let you know everything seems to be copacetic at this time, apparently. And, other than that, that's kind of about it. I've got some things to do on the car when I can get the moolah. Right now, I'm trying to make one storage that's already late. I got 20% hit on it, too. So, hoping to get that paid this week. And then kind of go from there. But that's kind of about it. So I've just been working real hard. My hand is still pretty messed up in the wrist. I didn't even go and try to pick up some hours at my little stupid job that I have that I like, because I didn't want to stress my wrist and hand out any more than it already has been. I need it to be better really quick. So, plus I was so just darn exhausted. I've been really working so hard and no days off, and I just took a time out, man. I needed to do a lot today. I needed to do laundry. I needed to wash the car. I needed to list some stuff on the internet for sale. A lot of stuff I need to do, but hell, I didn't even have the gas money today. Fool with that. I'm out of moolah, so that's about it. Just been organizing the car and tidying it up. They tried to break into it while I was at work yesterday. That's just charming. So I don't know, guys, but anyway, that's about it. So just want to give you guys an update, and talk to you in the next one. Love you. Do some kind for a stranger, and I'll see you in the next one.